Dr. Jack Dolan here, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my top 10 tips on how you can significantly speed up your muscle growth. Now, I first started training at a really young age and I had rapid results. I had crazy newbie gains. I was able to progress super fast, and at the time I thought I knew like everything about muscle building, and then there came about 2 years where I kind of ran out of those newbie gains but had no clue what I was actually doing, and I pretty much stayed the same for like 2 years straight despite training 6 days a week. So I'm going to show you guys exactly how you can speed this muscle building process up and how you can avoid the same mistakes that I made. The very first way you are going to speed up muscle growth is by focusing solely on your strength rather than how good you look in the mirror. I know this sounds a bit crazy, but keep in mind the single main driver for muscle growth is progressive overload, which is basically getting stronger. Past the beginner stage, say you're bench pressing 185 pounds and in a year from today you're still bench pressing 185 pounds, you will look the same. Your body grows secondary to getting stronger. So rather than trying to look in the mirror and just be like, oh, I think my chest grew 2 centimeters, instead solely focus on getting stronger. Second thing you can do is really focus and dial in on the compound lifts. The compound lifts by far give you the biggest bang for your buck because you're able to add the most weight to them. It's super easy to use progressive overload on them, and most importantly, they train multiple muscles at once. When you're doing a bench press, you're training both your chest, shoulders, and triceps. Likewise, when you're doing a pull-up, you're training your back, biceps, and even your core. In fact, I bet roughly 80% of your muscle gains will come slowly from getting stronger on the compound lifts. So instead of worrying about all these random machines and funky exercises, put like 80% of your effort into just getting stronger on the compound lifts. The big ones I would recommend focusing on are the bench press, particularly the incline bench press for your upper chest. Pull-ups, rows are fine if you hate doing pull-ups, some sort of overhead press, the squat, and I was gonna say deadlift, but honestly, I don't deadlift myself, so I'm not gonna say that. Focus on those 4 exercises. That'll make up so much of your muscle mass. Third thing you can do is to make sure you're getting in a calorie surplus and maintaining a high protein intake. When you're eating in a calorie surplus, aka an energy surplus, you are going to have way more energy. You are going to recover from your workouts much faster, therefore being able to train more frequently, therefore building more muscle, and generally the more you weigh, the more you can lift. So if you're eating in a calorie surplus and gaining weight, it's going to be so much easier to add strength to your lifts and therefore build muscle. I know that some of you are probably cutting right now or trying to lose weight, and if that's the case, then definitely do not eat in a surplus, but if you are able to, that will drastically speed up your muscle growth. Now, as far as protein goes, I have so many friends, they go to the gym and they don't track their protein intake. I was also guilty at this at the beginning. Even when I thought I was eating a lot of protein, you know, I was having like 3 eggs in the morning, I'd have some chicken, I was like, oh, I'm getting enough protein in. I really wasn't, and so many people fail to do so. You want to get about 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight. This is super important and will significantly speed up muscle growth. The next thing you can literally start doing tomorrow to speed up muscle growth is to train each muscle group twice a week. The research is super clear that it takes your muscles about 72 hours to recover. So if you're only training each muscle group once a week, then you're simply leaving gains on the table because you could have trained them twice a week, therefore basically doubling the rate at which you are building muscle. So you want to have a workout split that allows you to train each muscle group twice a week. I'd recommend doing something like a push-pull leg split, an upper-lower split, or a full-body 3-day workout split. If I were to personally maximize muscle growth and I was eating in a calorie surplus, my go-to workout split would be push, pull, legs, rest, upper, lower, rest. I'd go 2 rest days a week and 5 really hard, intense workouts where I'm training each group twice a week. The fifth thing you can do is do less exercises in the gym. Instead of just trying to do every little machine that you find, you really want to only focus on 3 exercises per muscle group, ideally a couple of them being the compound lifts, but just focus on getting super strong on those exercises. You are going to build muscle so much faster just really focusing on 3 exercises and getting really good and strong at them, as opposed to just doing like 10 random exercises. All right, so just pick 3 exercises per muscle group, ones that you love, and just really dial in on getting strong on those lifts. Another thing you can do is try and keep your variables and everything constant. When it comes to muscle building, change is not good. If you can, you want to try and train at the same exact time every day, and you don't want to be changing up your workout routines constantly. Keep your variables constant, that way it's super easy to track progress and progressive overload. If you're changing up your workout routine every 2 weeks, then how in the hell are you going to tell if you're getting stronger on an exercise, which is basically the only way to build muscle. You need to keep a very structured workout routine for at least 3 months. Track your progress to the pin. If you start off your Monday workout with bench press, then every Monday for the next 12 weeks, you are starting your Monday off with bench pressing, and you are going to focus on A, adding a rep to the same weight, or B, just increasing the weight every single week. You are going to track progress to the absolute pin. The next thing you can do, and honestly, I was super guilty at this at the beginning, is do not skip legs. Building a bigger lower body can actually make your upper body stronger and will therefore build muscle mass faster. I mean, if you have chicken legs, you're probably going to be bench pressing much less than someone who has big legs at your same body weight. By growing your legs, it's actually going to allow you to lift heavier and build strength faster on your upper body lifts, which is therefore going to build your upper body, which I know is what you really care about, significantly faster. So do not skip leg days. They're actually important. Next time you're doing that really heavy squat and you hate your life, just think, oh, by doing this, I'm going to be able to bench press more and will therefore build a bigger chest faster. Next thing you can do, now I'm not gonna tell you to not do cardio, because at the end of the day, the heart is the most important muscle in the body, but to really speed up muscle growth, try not to go crazy on HIIT workouts or like super long, intense runs. They really do interfere with recovery and strength gains. I mean, say you do a really heavy upper body workout on Monday, then on Tuesday, you're going for like a super long run or doing this crazy intense HIIT workout bodyweight circuit that will slow down your recovery. So again, I'm not telling you to not do cardio. It's super good for you in terms of muscle building. It's just not the best. You definitely can get away with it. Just try not to overdo it, and always do your cardio sessions after you lift weights. Never do cardio before lifting weights. That is a disaster. And lastly, this is super important. Try and get enough sleep and recovery. The research is super clear that sleep is very important for muscle building. Studies have shown that those who sleep 7 to 9 hours a night build muscle so much faster and more efficiently than those only sleeping 5 or 6 hours a night. So try and get a minimum of 7 hours of sleep at night, and do not be afraid to take rest days. I would recommend a minimum of 2 rest days a week. Your body actually only builds muscle when you're resting and recovering. Furthermore, by taking more rest days, you'll probably have more energy for the workouts you do, and you'll probably be a little stronger on those workouts, therefore actually building muscle faster. So those are my top tips on how you can start speeding up your muscle growth starting today. Now, if you want my personal help in crafting the perfect chiseled Greek god aesthetic physique in the fastest time frame possible, then you can click the link in the description and book a 100% free consultation call with me at your convenience, and I can see if you'd be a good fit for my one-on-one coaching program. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.